Violence that has erupted at the Taregna railway station in Patna yet again. And remember, viewers, Bihar has been one of the worst affected as far as the protest and violence is concerned. These protesters have now set fire to about a dozen vehicles. And once again, this is against the Agnipath scheme that is only escalating further despite the assurances that have now been given to the aspirants. It does not seem to really flame down the entire incident as well as the protests that have been underway in multiple states, including UP and Bihar, which still remain extremely tense. And we can see how multiple such tweaks have been made just in the past 2 days by the Home Ministry as far as changes to be made in this particular scheme as concerned. The announcement have also come amid widespread protest against the recently unveiled scheme for recruitment of soldiers in the armed forces on a short-term contractual basis. And latest images now of how vandals have attacked vehicles. Multiple vehicles have also been set on fire. This is once again in Patna, which is again, in fact, witnessed in the past 2 days several such instances of violence, arsoning, and also how railway platforms as well as trains that have now been targeted. And Priyank joining us over the phone line. Yes, Priyank, once again, fresh violence erupting in Bihar.
Yes, certainly, and this is also on the same region there, which saw, stone pelting as well as the damaging property after the arsoning which happened in Jahanabad. But very close to Jahanabad is Taregna, which is commonly known as Masori area, where these hooligans, came out on streets. They had sticks in their hand and they started attacking the police persons as well after the peaceful protest which was called in by various political parties. Following to which, what we have got to know that 7 rounds have been fired. In the visuals, you can clearly hear that how police persons are trying to save their life because all those vehicles which belong to the RPF personnel as well as damage to the public property was done by these suspects. 7 rounds have been fired. In the visuals, the audio can be clearly seen, can be heard, where these police personnel are telling them to fire upon those set of individuals who were also firing from the side. So the audio clearly shows that there was firing which was happening from the protester side. They were not peaceful, and to save their life, the police personnel had to resort into firing out.
And continue to be with us, Priyank, and help us understand the situation on the ground. This is the 3rd day in a row where we have been witnessing violence on the streets of Bihar. Yesterday, it was absolutely volatile, and again, fresh violence being erupting. Take our viewers to what is the administration doing about this? Priyank, if you can hear me, once again, we are witnessing fresh attacks and violence on the streets of Bihar. Has there been additional steps being taken by the administration and the forces on the ground?
See, there was clear-cut instruction from the deputy administration that specific action needs to be taken against these set of individuals who have damaged property worth of 165 to 69 crores in Jaipur as well. Because still yesterday it was difficult for the police officers to resort to any kind of forceful means to stop these protesters because they came in the garb of students. And as we know, fortunately, it's very difficult for them. Means against the student because that can also vitiate and tense the environment. But today, since we know that these protesters openly came in the name of political party, that's why there has been incidences of firing which has been also reported from the police side. We know that yesterday
All right, thank you, Priyank, for that. So it is certainly a 2nd day in a row where we have been witnessing fresh violence as well as protests on the streets of Bihar. We'll be keeping a close watch on that. Thank you, Priyank, for that. We are moving on to